Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come to you live from our comfy couch here in the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon Reviews for April 9th, 2023, with your host, Space Baker 2448 and Ramp It Up Salon.
Hi. Hey, one pre-show where we didn't talk about Geats before we got to the show.
Yeah, I kind of would have saved it because, damn, Neon. Fuck your parents, they suck.
I mean, we kind of already knew that, but yeah, more so after this week.
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, so like the dad is just like, oh fuck, I just wanted another daughter, and I don't care as long as she's like, you know, weds somebody from the future and gets me more power. Fuck it, she's just a tool. And then her mom's just like, ooh, you're not my daughter. Go, no. But also, I have to like put you in a bottle because if you break, I won't feel good anymore. I'm just looking at the end of that episode and I'm just like, Ace, you have a big ass mansion. Why don't you just tell Neon, by the way, you can move in?
I feel like he almost did.
I just like, Ace just needs to walk up to Neon and go, pick a room in my mansion. It's yours. Do as you fucking want. Oh, you want your if you want your security guards too? That's cool. I'll put them on the payroll. They can just live there. They don't even have to guard you. They can just live there. I don't care.
I must say, it was more deserved last week than this week, but I love the rider kick finish into the audience booth there because that was needed last week.
Yeah, I love that he's just like, this monster's going to explode when he dies. I'm going to kick him directly into the skybox. Fuck him.
Also, is it just me or did Buffa's plans change?
I think they've given him something slightly different. They've tried to expand upon it, so it's not just, I want to take out all the riders. It's more of, I want to destroy the DGP in general because fuck the DGP. Therefore, I want to destroy all the riders.
Because I'm like, that feels different, but the different as in they're fixing to try to give him a heel turn kind of deal.
Right. I think it's a case of he's kind of connected to putting Neon through the fucking ringer with all this bullshit. We need to make him a bit more sympathetic so he's not outright, you know, fuck you, bad guy, you want to see him blown up.
Also,
like,
also, on top of that, what he finds out at the end of the episode, called that. That. As I finished watching the episode today, I almost put in one of the Discord chats, called it, and just put that in there.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, So, yeah, his mom is the goddess of desire. Been seeing that coming from a mile away. And now Buffa's gonna dangle that in front of Ace. It's like, maybe I'll beat him this time if he's thinking about this too much. And I'm like, you know, that gives him even more reason to punch you in the fucking face and take that fucking driver off your waist that you have.
You know, though, I'm starting to now question, because we started swaying away from one of my predictions of, you know, Ace just kind of doing something similar to how Kota did, where he didn't really solve the problem, he just kind of got rid of it from our current location.
Yeah.
I started to think we were swinging away from that, but no, we might actually still be swinging towards that. Because it would kind of make sense. Because I have to think that in the current state, Ace's mom's pretty much just the statue now. Meaning that one of Ace's final form upgrades, whether that's final form proper or some kind of last minute form, will kind of make him the god of creation.
Mm-hmm.
Which then we will have fruit god and creation god. That'll be a meeting that'll be interesting.
Yeah. I'm just looking back at
I love the fact
predictions at the moment.
I love the fact that we have Geets that is nailing it out of the park on a weekly basis. And then we have Black that feels like we had a good start, and then it just started doing the Showa era stall.
Yep. Yep.
Just instantly. At least with Ichigo, we had a little bit of time before that happened. Feels like here it's just, nope, we're there.
Why there should be more? Why should there be more in the opening? I mean, like, we only have like 3 main characters that aren't villains.
3 main characters. No, you said it right. You didn't have to add the that aren't villains because... Okay, I am literally going to say this. We had one of what I would assume would be like mid-season boss concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Name dropped, and I still can't remember his name.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Not good.
I'm just like, there's Shadow Moon, and then there's these 3 dipshits, and I can't think of anything else.
It's the one that these 3 have been primarily working with this batch at least. And he got named, I think twice even. I just
is it Century King?
No.
Okay, then I have no idea. Shows how much I'm paying attention.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I would say we would, touch on this week's Ruby, but we kind of did that yesterday, so go see that for more on that one, because oof.
Yeah. I can't talk about King Oger since I'm watching that weekly. It has been very good. I am glad that I have gotten the Sentai show now that I can really enjoy. Because last week we got introduced to our technically Violet Ranger. They them for them. Because they are, I don't want to say non-binary. I forget what their technical gender would be. Essentially, they just go by they them. And they are like judge of like these 5 nations in this world of King Oger. And they are completely serious, completely stoic, but also they have to take 5 minutes to go into their room with all their plushies and like talk with them for like 5 minutes to like deal with shit and then get back to their job. Also, they just scream whenever shit gets complicated. It's incredibly relatable. They're like the best character in the show so far. Honestly, I'm not even watching that much at the moment either. So I don't even have anything to talk about.
Kind of the same.
Like, Mandalorian is happening with its new season, and I'm like, well, that's happening, and I am not watching it. My dad is. I'm not.
It's one of those I've kind of wanted to, but at the same time, I also want it to be something where I can sit down and at least watch a couple in a row, and I've not really had the time to do that.
Yeah. I think I'm just keeping up with just the YouTube and Twitch stuff I follow. Like, I'm gonna sit down and watch or continue watching. I think one of the people I follow doing a tier list of Fire Emblem games that they've played because I'm curious on how that goes. I've seen like where it was last night when I checked in, but I'm gonna watch the whole way through to see how they rank them because I only have experience with like the later Fire Emblems. Don't have experience with a lot of the earlier ones. But I guess shall we get to Kamen Rider Black then?
I guess we shall.
All right, it's 5 through 8 this week, folks. We kick off with episode 5, Run Through the Maze, Kotaro. I ask what maze because there was no maze.
At all.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the writer of this episode is the same writer of Resident Evil 4 because this is literally the one scene from the village in there. And yes, I do make a joke about it in the notes. But episode 5, we follow a girl who's running away from a village because they've all been turned into a cult by a Gorgon monster that is not Satan. If you don't believe me, the monster literally looks like Satan. Horns, hooves, and the whole shabeel.
I mean, it was a goat. Because we can't really say the other thing on a children's show.
But we can damn sure crucify characters left, right, and center back in the day. Oh boy, did I get reminded of how much Toku loves to crucify their characters. Which I'm pretty sure somebody here would be very upset about.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get away and get taken to a hospital. Kotaro and Kyoko? Was it Kyoko or was it the other one? I feel like it was Kyoko.
I think it was.
Okay, good. Kyoko go to visit them, and there is a totally not important announcement on the TV nearby about a peace conference at the same village that this girl's from in about 10 days. That's important because Gorgon wants to destroy that conference using the people in the village that they have turned into a cult via Satan.
Yeah. And this was pieced together by, his shocker. I mean, Gorgum sense.
Pretty much.
As is the next 3 episodes, so I won't make that joke repeatedly.
Yeah. So this girl Akane, I just found the scene hilarious because like the two of them enter. She's calm, and then she starts getting upset, and then she starts screaming hysterically. And
then calm again.
Yes. as Kyoko's trying to ask her like what the hell happened and stuff. They leave her alone for a little bit. She gets up and tries to walk off the roof because Satan told her to.
This is why I didn't argue with you on the Satan part of it.
Yeah. But Kotaro manages to save her because he can get up a flight of stairs real fucking quick from being not in the building and outside.
Which I have questions about him plus rider form because it really feels like, he can only turn into a rider when plot needs it. Because It doesn't matter who's around and who may or may not know that he's a rider. Because we've not had any kind of situation where he's like, oh crap, I can't do it because people are around. We've not had that at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you literally are a superhero. Transform, jump up there, and grab her.
Yeah, just go around a corner, transform real quick. You fucking transform mid-air several times. You can start jumping, transform mid-air, catch her, and be out of the way before people realize who the fuck you are.
That's why I'm like,
You don't have to make this harder for yourself.
Why is Ryder's suit only because of plot is what I don't get.
Also, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need it to lift her up because we've established that he has like some sort of baseline super strength outside of his rider form.
When plot deems it worthy.
Right.
He can still get held down by like 3 normal guys, but
and choked out by a small child.
Yeah. But
held down and choked out by a small child.
But yeah, superpowers. I feel like that's the thing that I just keep noticing is it's like, okay, everything's super about him purely as if the writers decide to remember, oh right, he can do this.
I think it's probably a good thing that they moved away from cyborgs into it's just people with belts, because as long as it's people with belts, we don't have to like figure out, wait, could they get out of the situation if they wanted to? Could they just outpower the villain?
Yeah, that makes it so much easier.
But anywho, Kotaro saves the girl, so he heads to the village now. He runs into a kid being bullied by other kids. He steps in to intervene, and then the whole village shows up to kick his ass and the kid's ass because they can. But then somebody rings a bell, and now they have to go play bingo.
And that's the only reason they escaped, because otherwise, this village was gonna beat our super-powered person.
Yep. All 2 people holding him down while the rest of them just kind of stand there and watch.
See previous rant.
I'm also pretty sure one of them is like twice his age.
Yeah. Easily.
So the kid takes Kotaro into the woods where his granddad is, and his granddad's like, yeah, shit went down with this monster, help. So Kotaro decides to go when they're doing a ritual thing at night, so the monster can flex its influence and stuff. The kid falls under and tries to choke him out. But Kotaro manages to struggle hard enough to get the kid off and like knock him out, and then carries the kid back. So him and the granddad.
Because strong enough to carry kid, not strong enough to keep from getting choked out from said kid.
Right. Kotaro, you could probably deadlift this kid if you so desire. Why are you struggling with this? Are you struggling to not break his hands? Because it doesn't look like you're struggling to break his hands. You're struggling to break his grip on your throat.
Yep.
So they hold up in some house in the village, and then the whole village comes knocking with axes and torches, and then Kotaro like sends the granddad and the kid away as he then beats up a bunch of these village people to get to the monster, and then he fights the monster and he kills the monster, and then everyone in the village is okay, including the kid and the daughter. So hooray, the problem is solved. And that's it. This probably is my favorite episode so far, if only because, hey, we get to do stuff. But also, it's still dumb. Unfortunately, I don't have nicer things to say for the next few episodes, because episode 6, The Secret Clairvoyance Mystery. So a bird monster is just kidnapping artists. Why is he kidnapping artists as Kotaro goes to investigate? We find out from the bad guys that they are brainwashing these artists and turning them into psychics so they can commit corporate espionage.
Now let that sink in.
They're kidnapping artists that they didn't think could be turned into psychics, but they can be. So they're doing that and brainwashing them so they can then foresee or spy on other companies, I guess, on their developments, and steal that technology and have it implemented in the company they're working in, thereby committing corporate espionage. I'm going to tell you, they're in the scene that they're showing these people being brainwashed. One of them is floating a fucking pencil in his hands. if you can turn people into psychics, why are you just letting them commit corporate espionage? That's like the most boring thing in existence. Literally.
Yeah.
Why are you not giving one of your monsters fucking psychic powers?
Because Plot said they couldn't do that.
Why are we not training the bird monster to start flinging Kotaro around the room and start throwing Hadoukens at him?
I mean, to be fair, because that would be too interesting.
Yeah.
And immensely funny.
Yes. So, a friend of the artist at the start of the episode talks about how a bird monster kind of maybe kidnapped her friend, and she might be able to draw a picture of it. This makes Gorgum go, oh, kidnap her! She can't tell our secrets!
That she don't know.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, she
like,
really
the bird
doesn't know there's...
Yeah. Truly the greatest threat to Gorgum here. This random chick. Although I give them credit, they do successfully kidnap her, even though Kotaro is nearby, because the bird monster intervenes and keeps Kotaro busy for them to get away with her.
Plot.
Pretty much. So they bring her to their base. They pretty much show her how they're brainwashing people and turning them into psychics. They then wipe her memories, but they also put in a thing for her to tell her to go walk into a river sometime later after they just let her go. Because that's not suspicious, I guess. This does let Kotaro find her and save her from this suggestion that then leads him to their base because she remembers. Bravo. Kotaro, I believe, confronts them, but doesn't do anything about them and ends up fighting the bird monster. He kills the bird monster, and then everyone's okay.
Including her.
Yes. You know, the bird monster that had nothing to do with any of the fucking brainwashing and psychic power bullshit. Because it was just this regular Joe Schmo scientist guy that Gorgum has hired and his people that Kotaro did nothing about, I think. Unless he did it off screen after he blew up the monster.
I'm telling you, that is the biggest problem that I am having with it, kind of deal.
Yeah. And yeah, that's episode 6, folks. We're just going to move into episode 7 because it's just as short. The Restored Organism Mecha. So a couple of girls are getting harassed by a bunch of hooligans that are going to just straight up kidnap them because
that's something you show on TV.
Yep. Thankfully, some random guy shows up and starts beating them up, and then Kotaro shows up and helps, and then they all get away, and Kotaro has to hold back the guy to be like, hey, let him go. It's okay. And I'm like, Kotaro, you should probably call the cops. They did try to commit kidnapping. You're just not going to do that today? Okay, fine. He does find this guy's wallet and tries to return it, but he's not home because he's getting recorded by Gorgum for a gang of people that are going to go beat up criminals, and then a rhino monster comes afterwards and kills said criminals because... What was Gorgum's plan again?
Yes.
With this one?
Their plan was yes.
Good. Anyway, Kotaro tries to confront this group of people. They beat him up. The Rhino Monster comes in, beats him up. The Battle Hopper comes in, tries to save him. It gets impaled and beat up. And now we find out that the Battle Hopper is an actual living organism. It is a biomechanical war. Yes, it has a healing factor.
So basically it's Wolverine, but in bike mode.
Yes. And then while it doesn't beep and boop, it can blink its lights and rev its engines like it's a person. So that's cool. I love how we're trying to make us care about this bike 7 episodes in after not explaining what the hell the bike is for 7 episodes. until literally as it is like hunched over, injured. Now the narrator's being like, the battle hopper is this biomechanical organism and it is Kotaro's only friend in battle and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you're trying to make me care about this bike way too fucking late.
Yes. Yes, they are.
What the fuck? Anyway, the battle hopper heals itself. The guy we've been following realizes, oh, I'm being used by this evil organization, I guess. I'm just going to fuck off and leave. And Gorgum takes offense to that, so they send the Rhino Monster after him. They do turn his car over and blow up the car, but Kotaro manages to save him from not being dead, only like slightly injured, I guess. But Kotaro then has to head to the docks as the someone tells him. Someone on the loudspeaker tells him to head to the docks to try to save the other two people from the Rhino Monster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why? You could have just murked them and called it a day.
I mean, they could have, but what would have been the fun in that?
I guess.
We got to have a long drawn out battle, you know, in daylight, and it would look weird if we just randomly changed it from night to daylight.
Yes, I think they said it was supposed to be the next day, and that's their excuse.
Yeah.
But anywho, he heads there. He saves the two people, beats up the Rhino Monster. Him and the Battle Hopper kill the Rhino. Hooray! Day is saved. And the guy that was pulled into all this is like, oh, I won't beat up hooligans, I guess. This episode happened. So, our last episode, episode 8, The Devil's Trill. So Gorgum's next plot is they're going to recruit a bunch of violinists to play a song to control the world. And the song is the Devil's Song from some violinist somewhere. I don't remember what the background of this is supposed to be. All I know is they're getting a bunch of violinists to play a song that makes people's ears hurt. And we'll let them control the world, I guess.
So they're getting a bunch of violinists to play bad.
I guess. I don't know.
I love that I can actually simplify it into that. And, you know, that's pretty much a good enough explanation.
Mm-hmm. So one of the girls that they're trying to recruit, Kotaro just randomly meets because he sees her playing in a park, and she gets a paper airplane from a sick boy in a local hospital that she's playing to, technically, and that's how we care about this plot.
Because plot.
Yeah. She gets denied an audition at some point, and that gets her into Gorgum's hands, so they're like, you are worth something, come join us. And she's like, okay. Then Kotaro tries to save her, but she's already got a little headband thing to be a part of the band, and that gives her the power to like play bad and hurt people. So Kotaro's dealing with that while fighting the mosquito monster of this episode. He tries to fight the mosquito monster, but oh no! If he does damage the mosquito monster, she feels it too. Kotaro doesn't notice the headbands the entire episode.
Yeah.
Which would have been the simpler solution. That
is made apparent literally at the end of the episode.
Yep. But yeah, Kotaro retreats because he has to take the L right now. He does end up finding their base because he followed somebody there, I guess. He sees them playing. He gets hurt. He fights the mosquito monster again. They keep playing. He realizes, oh, I've got to hit the mosquito's third eye or something to blow up the headbands. And he does that. And oh, look, the girls are saved. Now blow up the monster. Hooray, everyone's saved. And that's the end of the episode, folks. It has to be the back half of the show that people remember and adore.
That has to be.
Because it ain't this shit. Because we've gotten, what, 2 interesting to good episodes out of 8. 3 maybe. I'm almost willing to say the first 2 and then 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Black is not starting great. When the fuck does Shadow Moon show up in this show?
I'm not saying enough. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm probably right on that comment.
I see 23 episodes, or that is 23 episodes of Black and RX. That's not good. Oh boy.
That's it. I'm shutting you down.
35? 35. You fucking with me, show.
That's most of the show, isn't it?
51 episodes, so yeah.
Uh-huh. Maybe it's not just the back of the show. Maybe it picks up soon. Question mark.
Oh, it fucking needs to.
Yeah. Yeah.
This show needs to get the fuck off its ass and start doing some fun stuff, because holy hell. This is not cutting it. So yeah, next week it's 4 more episodes of this. For now. Oh boy. Show era, you are a thing that I question.
I'm just loving the fact that, so far you'll get the ideas to do this, and then I'll be like, sure, I'm good with that, and then we get into it and I'm like, why did I say I was good with this again?
Sounds about right. Like, I'll be honest, at this rate, I don't think we'll get the Black RX. Because I'm like, why would I want to watch Black RX if Black wasn't that good?
I wonder if people count both of them together as far as being good.
Maybe, but I thought people didn't like RX to start with. But I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. I'm just spitballing here on that one.
Honestly, I have no idea what people are seeing in this show at this point. But yeah, I guess that does it for us folks. Thursday we continue RE4 Remake. Hooray! Saturday or Friday and Saturday, Metroid Dread Friendo, because hopefully it's nice to us.
It might be, it might not.
We'll see. And then next Sunday is more of this show. So if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow. We appreciate you having a way that feel like go. @teachers on Twitter gets you updates of life. Next Point Discord and Jack. This is our link. Drop by, say hi. See you Thursday, folks.